From the students of Penn State Meteorology, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon, Penn State, and happy Friday. I'm student meteorologist Christopher Tate, joining you on a day that brought a lot of mixed precipitation to a lot of the Commonwealth. Taking a look at our camera in Altoona, a couple of isolated rain and snow showers this morning, though you don't see any accumulation on the ground because, well, they melted pretty quickly. Temperature in Altoona, 44 degrees, and notice we're even seeing a few peaks of blue sky. Not so much the case here in State College. Lots of gray as we look out over Beaver Stadium and over Mount Nittany. Also notice visibility is hindered just a little bit because our dew point is right at the temperature of 36 degrees. When those match, you get a lot of low clouds and usually fog starts to form, and we're seeing a little bit of that this afternoon. We are surrounded by 40s here in central Pennsylvania, 40 in Clearfield, 44 in Altoona, already up to 45 degrees in Indiana. They're actually the warm spot here in the Commonwealth this afternoon. 42 Williamsport, Philadelphia, normally our warm spot, only at 44 as of the noon hour. Radar and satellite across Pennsylvania is fairly active this afternoon as we have a break in the action here in State College, but all of that rain and snow that we had this morning already starting to push off to the east. Williamsport seeing some isolated snow. Harrisburg, areas to the north and east just along I-81, probably seeing a little bit of a rain-snow mix this afternoon, and there are some more rain and snow showers scattered in western Pennsylvania. We may see a few of those as we head through the rest of the day today. Here's how the computer models shape up. Some breaks in the clouds are possible to our northwest up towards Cameron County. Those are going to work their way southward into Center County by the time you're going to be heading home from classes and from work. Now, I can't rule out the possibility we see an extra isolated sprinkle, maybe a flurry here or there as we head into the evening hours. It is going to remain generally cloudy over much of central Pennsylvania, especially across the northern tier where the cloud layer is going to be a lot thicker, and we may get a little bit of a flurry here or there. With the northerly wind, we may be bringing a little bit of moisture in from Lake Ontario and some of the Finger Lakes in New York. Now, as we turn on temperatures and take you into the day on Saturday, this is not a mistake, folks. No clouds in Pennsylvania on Saturday. It's going to be a beautiful day, and we are going to be right around where we should be this time of year temperature-wise, in the low and mid 40s across much of central Pennsylvania, closer to the upper 40s in the southeast. A few clouds drift across the Commonwealth late Saturday night into early Sunday morning as temperatures fall right around to freezing here in State College. Sunday morning, notice we're already up to 44 degrees and we haven't even hit noon. That's how you know it's going to be a fairly warm day, and that's going to be the case, warming well into the low and mid 50s for much of central Pennsylvania, maybe even a few upper 50s in the capital region and in Pittsburgh. Clouds will begin to take back over the area as our next storm system begins to approach from the west, but notice these temperatures: 66 Harrisburg, 61 State College, 62 Pittsburgh. It's going to be a very warm day on Monday. So if you have any plans in the first half of the day or in the early afternoon, they're going to be a-okay, and it's going to feel wonderful outside. That story changes, though, on Tuesday as the rain associated with that system begins to make its way out of the Ohio Valley. It is going to be fairly short-lived, and on Wednesday we're watching the possibility that we'd get a little bit of snow possibly here in Center County. Right now I'm thinking it's going to be more of a rain-snow mix in State College, but up along the northern tier and in southern New York, they'll have better chances of a little bit of accumulating snow from this system. Your forecast for today has this: 42 degrees for the high, plenty of gray. That's going to be the theme for everybody in Pennsylvania today. The precipitation ending late in the day, and it's going to be a little bit breezy with gusts up to around 25 miles an hour as we head into the night tonight, cooling off quite quickly down to around 26 degrees. Some clearing is possible and some flurries are possible, as you saw on future weather. Winds gusting still into the mid-20s. Then 43 degrees for Saturday. It is going to be unseasonably sunny, we'll call it that. And it is going to be breezy once again. Winds out of the west 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting into the mid-20s. Your 7-day forecast here in State College, taking us well into spring break here on campus. Like I said, Saturday abundantly sunny. Sunday, clouds building in the afternoon, but it is going to be warm. Monday, going to be mostly cloudy for much of Pennsylvania, but it is going to be about 15 degrees above average for your high. 60 will be your forecast high for Monday. And notice the overnight low on Monday into Tuesday morning. 45 is higher than our average high, and that's going to be the low Monday night. So it's going to be a quite warm pattern for a couple of days. 56 on Tuesday as that rain builds into the region, 49 degrees once that rain begins to exit the region and we get onto the backside of that low pressure system where we find some cooler air. And then on Thursday, precipitation ending, we start to get the sun back, and we'll be right around the 50-degree mark. Now, if you do have any spring break travel plans, here are a couple of selected cities from around the country. Your forecast for today: a little bit of snow in Buffalo, 35 degrees, plenty of sun across the Great Plains, 40 in Minneapolis, 55 in Kansas City. That's going to remain pretty much the story as we head into the day on Saturday. High pressure is going to take control over much of the eastern seaboard, so pretty much any East Coast city has a decent chance of seeing some sun. New Orleans, 64 degrees. Tampa's going to be a little bit on the cool side for them, around 67, 55 degrees each in Nashville and in Raleigh. And then as we head into the day on Sunday, high pressure still in control for most. A couple of clouds building in parts of the lower Ohio Valley. Along the Pacific coast, plenty of clouds to be seen there, as is typical. 48 in Seattle, warming up to 69 in Vegas, 75 in Phoenix. Won't be too bad there. And then as we head into the day on Monday, clouds begin to build back in as that storm system that's going to be impacting us is taking over the Great Plains and the lower Ohio Valley. Chance of thunderstorms in Kansas City, chance of rain in Chicago, with temperatures generally for most in the mid-50s to mid-60s for much of the continental U.S. From the Penn State Campus Weather Service, I'm student meteorologist Christopher Tate. Have a great Friday and a great spring break.